Ancient warfare encompasses military conflicts from early recorded history. This historical period typically extends up to the end of the Classical era. The approximate end date for this period is around 500 CE. A defining characteristic is its reliance on pre-gunpowder technologies. Combat primarily involved close-quarters engagements. Siege tactics were also a fundamental aspect of military operations. Ancient warfare spanned millennia, defining early human conflict and military evolution. Diverse civilizations, including Sumerians, Egyptians, and Assyrians, shaped its early forms. Later, the Greeks, Romans, and various Chinese dynasties further advanced military strategies. Each culture contributed unique innovations, from tactics to weaponry, across this vast period. Ancient warfare served as a primary catalyst for the emergence and expansion of early empires. Dominant city-states or kingdoms initiated military campaigns to expand their influence. Conquest allowed these powers to absorb neighboring territories and their populations. This process led to the consolidation of diverse regions under a single political authority. The integration of conquered lands provided access to new resources, labor, and strategic advantages. Thus, military expansion was fundamental to the formation and growth of the first empires. Mesopotamia saw the rise of powerful empires, including the Akkadian and Babylonian. These empires emerged primarily through successful military campaigns. Military expansion was crucial for acquiring control over vital resources. Conquests focused on fertile lands, essential for agriculture and sustenance. Control over key trade routes also fueled their growth and dominance. The new Kingdom of Egypt expanded its territorial reach through military might. This expansion established control over regions such as Nubia. It also extended Egyptian influence into parts of the Levant. This territorial growth secured vital resources and enhanced national prestige. The Achaemenid Persian Empire was one of the largest ancient empires in history. Its expansion was primarily driven by a series of strategic military conquests. These conquests led to the unification of diverse peoples under a single rule. The empire encompassed vast geographical areas, demonstrating its immense power. Early military strategy was founded on fundamental principles essential for battlefield success. Key elements included disciplined formations and the strategic utilization of terrain features. Commanders adapted tactics based on the enemy's strengths and weaknesses. Environmental factors also played a crucial role in shaping strategic decisions. The Greek phalanx was a foundational infantry formation in ancient warfare. It represented an early and effective example of strategic military thinking. The formation consisted of a dense rectangular mass of soldiers, typically hoplites. Its primary strength derived from the collective protection offered by overlapping shields. Synchronized spear thrusts from multiple ranks created a formidable offensive wall. This made the phalanx exceptionally powerful in direct frontal confrontations on the battlefield. Roman legions employed sophisticated and flexible tactical approaches in warfare. Key to their strategy was the use of cohort formations, allowing for modular and adaptable units. These formations facilitated disciplined maneuvers, crucial for maintaining order and effectiveness in battle. This tactical flexibility enabled legions to adapt to diverse battlefields and varied opponents. Such adaptability provided a significant strategic advantage, contributing to Roman military success. Siege warfare was a crucial military strategy in ancient times. It involved the encirclement and assault of fortified enemy positions. Successful sieges required meticulous planning and strategic execution. Specialized equipment and engineering were essential for breaching defenses. Ancient warfare significantly propelled advancements in both engineering and logistics. The strategic necessity of constructing robust fortifications was a primary driver for innovation. Development of complex siege engines was crucial for overcoming enemy defenses. Establishing efficient supply routes was vital for sustaining armies in the field. These military demands continuously pushed the boundaries of available technology and engineering. The Roman Empire developed an extensive network of roads, showcasing advanced engineering. These roads were primarily constructed to facilitate military movement across the empire. They enabled rapid deployment of troops to various regions. The network also provided crucial logistical support for military operations. Siege towers were massive wooden structures designed for assaulting fortified city walls. Their construction demanded sophisticated carpentry skills and advanced structural engineering. These formidable machines were a testament to the ingenuity of ancient builders. Each tower represented a significant investment in resources and technical knowledge. Catapults and ballistae were ancient artillery pieces used for launching projectiles with force. These machines showcase fundamental mechanical engineering principles in their design. Their primary function was to propel objects over distances, often in military contexts. The design and effectiveness of these ancient weapons evolved significantly over centuries. They represent early applications of physics and engineering to warfare. Supplying ancient armies on campaign presented monumental logistical challenges. These armies comprised thousands of soldiers, often accompanied by numerous animals. Logistics involved the systematic organization and transport of essential provisions. Key provisions included food and water, critical for troop and animal sustenance. The supply chain also encompassed weapons and other military equipment. Medical provisions were crucial for treating injuries and maintaining army health. The efficiency of an army's supply chain is a critical determinant of campaign success or failure. Effective logistics ensure the continuous flow of essential provisions to military operations. Maintaining a steady supply of resources is vital for sustaining prolonged military engagements. Logistical challenges, especially over long distances, can severely impact operational capabilities. Therefore, a robust supply chain is fundamental for military effectiveness and strategic advantage. Ancient warfare significantly influenced the formation of political power structures. Military success often directly translated into increased political authority for leaders. Victorious military leaders frequently established monarchies. This process also led to the foundation and expansion of empires. In many early societies, the concept of leadership was deeply intertwined with military capability. A warrior's success in battle often directly translated into political authority and societal influence. Exceptional military prowess was a key determinant for an individual to ascend to the role of king. These leaders consolidated their power through strategic conquest and effective defense of their territories. Thus, the ability to wage war successfully was fundamental to the establishment and maintenance of early kingship. Warfare necessitates centralized command for effective coordination and rapid decision-making. This requirement fostered the evolution of more hierarchical political systems within societies. Decision-making authority became increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few powerful individuals. This centralization of power was a direct consequence of military imperatives during conflicts. Alexander the Great's military campaigns were instrumental in establishing his vast empire. These campaigns extended his dominion across a wide geographical area. Beyond territorial expansion, his military successes solidified his absolute political authority. This demonstrated a direct correlation between battlefield triumph and supreme power. His reign exemplifies how military prowess can translate into unchallengeable political control. The Roman Republic's transformation into an empire was a complex historical process. Military expansion played a crucial role in this transition, extending Roman influence. The rise of powerful generals, such as Julius Caesar, significantly impacted the Republic. These generals often challenged existing political norms, leading to systemic change. Ancient warfare significantly influenced the formation of cultural identity. Shared experiences in battle, including struggles, victories, and defeats, forged communal bonds. These collective experiences became foundational narratives for a people. Such narratives defined their shared history and collective memory. Thus, warfare played a crucial role in shaping and solidifying cultural identity. The Spartan warrior ethos was a defining aspect of their cultural identity. It was primarily centered around rigorous military training and strict discipline. Spartan society was fundamentally structured with the explicit purpose of preparing for war. This ethos fostered a formidable and highly effective military force. Roman culture placed immense importance on military virtues. Key values included courage, discipline, and unwavering loyalty. These principles were not confined to the battlefield. They were deeply embedded within the Roman social fabric. Military values were a fundamental component of their educational system. Ancient mythology was profoundly shaped by the pervasive influence of warfare. Deities and heroic figures were frequently portrayed as formidable warriors. These mythological narratives often centered on epic battles and grand conflicts. Heroic deeds performed in combat were central themes, defining character and legacy. Such stories served to immortalize significant historical or legendary events. Ultimately, these tales of warfare and heroism molded the collective memory of societies. Greek mythology prominently features deities associated with warfare and strategic battles. Ares, the god of war, embodies the brutal and chaotic aspects of conflict. Athena, goddess of wisdom and strategic warfare, represents calculated military prowess. Their stories reflect the significant role and societal importance of warfare in ancient Greek culture. The Epic of Gilgamesh is one of the world's most ancient surviving literary works. It originates from ancient Mesopotamia, dating back over 4,000 years. This epic narrative explores profound themes, including heroism and the human condition. A central element of the story is the pervasive presence of conflict and warfare. It illustrates how warfare was deeply integrated into foundational myths and societal structures. The epic provides insights into early civilizations' understanding of power and struggle. Homer's Iliad is a foundational text in Western literature, detailing the Trojan War. It vividly portrays epic battles and immortalizes legendary heroes. The epic profoundly shaped ancient Greek cultural identity. Its influence extended to Roman culture and subsequent Western civilization. Ancient warfare's legacy profoundly shapes contemporary society. Its influence extends across various domains, including military strategy. Concepts from ancient conflicts inform modern military thought and tactics. Political theories and governance structures also bear its enduring imprint. Furthermore, ancient warfare continues to mold cultural narratives and identities. This far-reaching impact demonstrates its lasting significance in human history. Many fundamental military tactics and principles originated in ancient times. Examples include flanking maneuvers and combined arms approaches. These historical tactics remain relevant in contemporary warfare. They are applied in adapted forms to suit modern combat environments. Ancient political thinkers laid foundational ideas in governance and statecraft. Their perspectives were often shaped by direct experiences with warfare and empire. These experiences informed their understanding of power dynamics and state organization. Their contributions include core concepts still relevant in contemporary political science. The study of these ancient ideas continues to influence modern political thought and analysis. Archaeological discoveries offer crucial insights into past societies. Ancient battlefields are significant sites for historical research. Fortifications reveal strategic military planning and defensive technologies. Weaponry provides evidence of technological advancements and combat methods. These findings collectively illuminate the nature of past conflicts. They help us understand the social structures and technologies of ancient civilizations. Historical reenactments provide a dynamic method for understanding ancient warfare. These live-action portrayals recreate battles and military life from past eras. Documentaries complement reenactments by offering detailed historical context and analysis. Together, they help contemporary audiences grasp the scale of ancient conflicts. They illustrate the nature of warfare, including tactics, weaponry, and social impact. This immersive approach makes complex historical events accessible and comprehensible. The advent of iron weaponry marked a pivotal technological advancement in ancient warfare. Prior to iron, bronze was the primary material for arms and armor. Iron offered significant advantages over bronze due to its greater abundance and strength. The widespread adoption of iron made weapons more accessible to a larger population. Iron weapons were also inherently more durable, capable of withstanding greater combat stress. This shift profoundly influenced military strategies and the outcomes of ancient conflicts. The development of iron smelting techniques marked a significant technological advancement in ancient civilizations. This process enabled the extraction and purification of iron from its ore, making it usable for tools and weapons. The ability to smelt iron led to the mass production of durable weapons like swords and spearheads. It also facilitated the creation of stronger armor, offering enhanced protection to warriors. These advancements in weaponry and defense fundamentally transformed the dynamics and outcomes of ancient combat. Chariots were a dominant force in early ancient warfare, revolutionizing battlefield tactics. They provided superior mobility, allowing rapid deployment and flanking maneuvers against infantry. Chariots served as stable platforms for archers or javelin throwers, enhancing range combat effectiveness. Their effective use required specialized training for both drivers and warriors, along with extensive infrastructure. Ancient naval warfare underwent significant evolution over centuries. Early tactics often involved simple ramming, where ships collided to damage opponents. This basic approach required robust ship construction and direct confrontation. Later, more complex vessels like triremes emerged, featuring multiple rows of oars. Quinqueremes further advanced shipbuilding, incorporating even more oarsmen for speed and power. These developments led to sophisticated maritime strategies, moving beyond mere ramming. Fortification design evolved significantly throughout the ancient period. Key elements included walls, towers, and moats, each serving distinct defensive purposes. These structures became increasingly sophisticated in their engineering and layout. The advancements led to the creation of formidable and highly effective defensive systems. Hadrian's Wall was a monumental defensive barrier in Roman Britain, constructed to secure imperial borders. This massive structure exemplifies the advanced scale of ancient Roman military engineering. Its primary purpose was to protect the Roman Empire from northern tribes. The wall served as a physical and symbolic frontier, defining the edge of Roman influence. It stands as a testament to Roman strategic planning and construction capabilities. The use of mercenary armies became prevalent in the later ancient period. These forces consisted of soldiers who fought for pay rather than for their native state or ideology. Their widespread adoption significantly impacted military organization of the era. Mercenary reliance also introduced complexities to political stability within empires and kingdoms. A key factor was the variable nature of their loyalty, which could shift based on incentives. This presented both strategic advantages and inherent risks for rulers employing them. Ancient armies developed rigorous training regimens essential for battlefield success. These regimens focused on three critical areas: physical conditioning, weapon proficiency, and unit cohesion. Physical conditioning built endurance, strength, and agility, vital for sustained combat. Weapon proficiency ensured soldiers could effectively wield their arms in various combat scenarios. Unit cohesion fostered discipline, teamwork, and trust among soldiers, crucial for coordinated maneuvers. These comprehensive training methods were fundamental to the effectiveness and survival of ancient military forces. Ancient military strategy heavily relied on understanding and utilizing terrain features. Commanders meticulously analyzed landscapes to gain tactical advantages in battle. Strategic positioning was crucial for maximizing the effectiveness of their forces. High ground offered superior visibility and defensive benefits against advancing enemies. Natural barriers like rivers or mountains provided protection and channeled enemy movements. Mastery of terrain could often dictate the outcome of engagements, even with fewer troops. The Battle of Thermopylae is a historical example of strategic military defense. It demonstrates how a numerically inferior force can effectively counter a larger army. The key to this defense was the effective utilization of a narrow geographical pass. This terrain feature restricted the enemy's ability to deploy its full strength. The narrow pass channeled the larger force into a confined area, negating its size advantage. This battle underscores the critical importance of terrain in military strategy and outcomes. Psychological warfare is a strategic discipline focused on influencing the morale and behavior of an adversary. Ancient armies extensively employed these tactics to gain an advantage before or during battle. Intimidation was a common method, using displays of force or reputation to instill fear in enemies. Propaganda, through rumors or symbols, aimed to demoralize opponents and bolster one's own troops. Feigned retreats were used to lure enemies into unfavorable positions, disrupting their formations and resolve. Ancient societies, despite frequent warfare, developed sophisticated systems of treaties and diplomacy. These systems were crucial for managing conflicts between different groups and nations. Diplomacy facilitated the formation of strategic alliances for mutual benefit or defense. Treaties served as formal agreements to establish periods of peace and stability. However, these diplomatic efforts and peace agreements were often temporary in nature. Espionage was a critical component of ancient warfare strategies. Spies provided vital intelligence on enemy movements and positions. They assessed enemy strengths and weaknesses, informing strategic decisions. This intelligence was crucial for effective strategic planning and military success. Warfare in ancient times was frequently intertwined with religious beliefs and rituals. Religious doctrines often provided a framework for understanding and engaging in conflict. Battles were sometimes perceived as divinely ordained, sanctioned by higher powers. These conflicts could be viewed as offerings or sacrifices made to deities. Such justifications imbued warfare with spiritual significance and moral imperative. This integration of religion and war shaped ancient societal structures and military actions. Ancient art frequently depicted scenes of warfare, reflecting its societal importance. These artistic representations include various forms, such as sculptures and frescoes. Mosaics also served as a medium to illustrate battles and military campaigns. Artworks often showcase conquest and the triumphs achieved in military endeavors. Such depictions highlight the central role of warfare in ancient civilizations and cultures. Ancient warfare incurred immense economic costs, profoundly impacting societies. Maintaining armies required vast resources for recruitment, training, and sustenance. Weapon production demanded significant investment in materials, craftsmanship, and logistics. Post-conflict, extensive resources were needed for rebuilding infrastructure and communities. These expenditures often led to increased taxation on the populace to fund military campaigns. Resource exploitation, including land and labor, was common to sustain war efforts. Ancient warfare had profound impacts beyond just economic and political spheres. It inflicted a devastating human cost on societies. Widespread death was a direct and tragic consequence of these conflicts. Mass displacement of populations also occurred, forcing people from their homes. The suffering endured by individuals and communities was immense. These human costs significantly shaped demographic patterns and social structures of the time.